I thought I'd share this with you. Who's the man's best friend? The dog. The best friend. During that time, way back, when we were hunter-gatherers, there was no kiosk, there was no Walmart, there was no Safeways, Sainsbury's, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Italy. There was no grocery stores, there was nothing. It's just the forest and you. The dog was sensitive enough to feel. Bow and arrow, just imagine. But you couldn't really get the animal. Animal keep running, dripping droplets of blood along the way. For survival, the man had the dog closest to them. Just imagine 2020, 2019, 2021. The dog has become the woman's lover today. Everybody is a dog on the leash, dressed up in exactly the same way that they're dressed up, in designer couture, phone on one hand, dog and the cup of coffee in the other hand. How many times have I seen the dog rushing out with another dog and the woman going flying with the coffee all over and the phone smashed on the floor. These days, how far have we moved? A man's best friend, that was a dog, to a woman's lover, a love affair, guaranteed for 10 years. Because it's a one-way transaction. You can do whatever you want, you can take wherever you want. There's no arguments, there's no quibbles. You can lock up in the house, beat about, do whatever you wish. That's what tend to do happen these days. It's terrible, don't you think? How we have become as human beings. We lost our connection. We lost our beautiful, conscious human feeling, evolved human feeling. Not just that. You can lock up in the house and then go away, come back. The doggy is looking out of the window, wagging the tail, waiting for you to come back. After your parties, drinking parties, all kinds. One-way relationship guaranteed for 12 years. Hence, everyone is taking up a dog these days. Humans have become a problem. No matter where you go, we have created situations to trouble our ways of lifestyles. Instead of enhancing life, instead of being conscious and gentle with life, any life, including the blade of grass, to an ant, to a snail, as I walked back from the swimming pool, all I could see was people crushing over these little snails that are in the flower beds. Are we blind? Are we senseless? Are we life sensitive? Have we lost all? Looking down. Looking down should be able to see. No, but we are looking down on a plastic contraption that is blocking your vision away. Not just blocking your vision, but blocking your entire brain's process power. Sad. I wish all well for every life to thrive and blossom. In a given situation, we should encourage life to flourish. Any life to be sensitive with. The words that I've spoken may come across as terrible, bad, illogical, irrelevant. I'm not enemy. I'm not your adversary. I'm here to share something conscious and something that's working. Something that's working, keeping me alert to the sensitive nature of who we are as human beings, and in turn becoming one with everything and be so close with the creation and be sensitive to that creation and feel inclusive, feel embracing, instead of so blocked up with limitations and identities we took on. Why don't you take on a cosmic identity that you become one with everything, that nothing in the way that stands troubles you, cause you burden, or pull you down. But what is standing in the way opens up a new possibility, an endless flowering of you, endless fruit that is sweet. May you have a wonderful evening. If you're dog lovers, depending on which part of the world that we live in, I don't want to go into specific details. You know what I mean. Some love it, some see it in a different way, some treat it in a different way. But in the old days, the dog was a man's best friend that helped to find a meal for the evening or for the day, for this hungry stomach. All creatures are faced with one situation: stomach empty. To fulfill this problem, we need to look for food. All other creatures are driven with this same natural instinct of survival, feeding the stomach. All other creatures settle down once the stomach is full. Human beings, once the stomach is full, how many more problems do we create on this planet? Isn't it time? The people who create problems for humanity, people who see themselves as good people, when their stomachs are full, instead of looking around to see if the rest of the population has also eaten, then you can settle down for other interest. If you see a child's hungry, an elderly lady, elderly great-grandmother struggling on the streets, begging for food, begging for a meal, you leaders and all you people with such good nature of life, see to something that you can be an extension to their life and reach out, rather than stacking up, wasting food, destroying this planet for your greedy aspirations and limited identities you've taken upon to make a proof of yourself as to who you are, rather than becoming some life that could make another life flourish.